Sport is superstition, science, family, drama, love, theatre. It's everything. That's why we've made a betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.
It's quick single time. What a pleasure to welcome former New Zealand international Simon Doull to the show. Welcome, Simon.
Thanks very much. Nice to be here.
Simon, I'm going to get straight into it. Unlike my learned friend who tips against Australia every week, can the Kiwis win the tournament?
After the way they played against Australia, you'd think they probably can. I didn't think they would. I didn't think they could, and I didn't see that performance against Australia coming at all. The record that we have here, the way we've played in Australia against Australia has been really poor, and so I didn't see it coming. But yeah, it surprised me. They got the bowling attack to do it. I didn't think they had the batters to, but now maybe I believe.
I just love the balance of the Kiwi team at the moment, and particularly, you know, when you get young Finn Allen and Devon Conway at the top of the order perform the way they did against one of the better 2020 attacks in the world, first game of a World Cup, that just shows me that there's a side here with plenty of confidence.
Well, Conway's a gun. I mean, absolute gun. We've been waiting for him for a long time through that sort of qualification process from South Africa to New Zealand. Finn Allen was the surprise to me, but what I did notice is there was no Aussie hang-up. You know, he hadn't played Australia, hadn't been sort of beaten up by Australia in history. So to me, that was a surprise. And he doesn't need to bat 8, 10, 12 overs. He's got to get New Zealand 40 off 15, 30 off 10, and then Kane Williamson and Conway can kind of control things from there. We've got a little bit of power coming back in with the likes of Phillips and Neesham and those sorts of players. So that's his job, and he did it beautifully.
I think your batting lineup is super organised. Let's have a look at your bowling lineup, led by Trent Boult. He's just a star. Have you got the options during the World Cup to throw that around a bit and put some firepower up front with him?
Yeah, well, they'll go with Southee in general terms because the ball swings a little bit and it generally only swings for 1 or 2 overs. So that's why they'll tend to go with Tim Southee. The option is to bring Adam Milne in and leave one of the spinners out. It's probably going to be Sodhi if they play perhaps, you know, Sri Lankan game. They might bring Adam Milne in for some more pace. So they've got genuine pace at 2 ends if they want through the middle with Lockie Ferguson and Adam Milne, and maybe leave a spinner out against the sides that play spin slightly better. I think that's the only option they'll take and change. And Daryl Mitchell's fit again after what he did in the World Cup in UAE last year. He's fit again, so he's another option to come in the middle order for Chapman.
Let's move on to India, South Africa. Simon, they play in Perth. Virat Kohli, are we likely to see more fireworks from the great man?
Well, South Africa have got the wood on India of late. They've been one of the few sides that have really beaten them consistently. I think they're a terrific side. South Africa are the team for me that could go all the way. This is not the year for them to, dare I say it, go that way.
I know they may breathe heavy as the tournament goes on, the South Africans. But the Indians, when they're full of confidence, they're so hard to beat anywhere in the world. And that Kohli innings, you just feel that it lifted everyone. The reaction of the players was, you know, they look a really united front, and that's not always the case with the Indians.
I thought when they lost Bumrah that it was going to be sort of their tournament over. I just didn't see anything right up front and at the death that they could replace Bumrah with. Was Shami back? Yes, but he can go the distance. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar not got the pace that he once had. The kid's going to be the key, Arshdeep Singh. He's just such a class young man, really good bowler. If he goes well up front and at the death, I think he continues to do well for them. They can progress a long way in the tournament. But you know, their batting has never been in doubt or in question, and I think Surya Kumar's he's still got a tournament to come yet.
Well, great at the top of the order there the other night.
Outstanding.
The MCG. Ooh.
Great to have you on, Simon. Hopefully we can have you on a little bit more if we can follow you in from Dubai. We'll just check the budget on that one. There you have it, all the mail you need on the 2 games that can shape the course of this tournament.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.